Welcome back, folks. It's been a couple of weeks since I've done a video. I've been doing some vacationing. It's been beautiful weather outside. I've been running around, spending time with my family. But it's great to be back in the train room. And tonight I have a really exciting piece that we're going to take a look at. It's huge. It is the biggest train engine I've ever put on this layout. In fact, it might be too big for this layout, but we're going to find out. And that engine is the Lionel Legacy Pennsylvania Railroad S1. This is huge, massive, even bigger than the Lionel Vision Line Big Boy. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. The Legacy S1 was offered in the Lionel 2020 Volume 2 catalog. The S1 was so big that it was nicknamed the Big Engine. There's a lot of big steam out there, the big boy, the big engine. But the S1 is so significant because as a single experimental locomotive, it was the longest and heaviest rigid frame reciprocating steam locomotive that was ever built. Now, what does that mean, right? When you look at the S1 compared to the Big Boy or Challenger, Allegheny, those are articulated steam engines where the boiler articulates away from the frame. The S1 does not do that, which is what makes it a bit challenging on my layout. We'll see that in a bit as it's running around. In fact, the engine itself was too big for some of the Pennsylvania Railroad's curves. The engine was 140 feet long, which actually makes it roughly 8 feet longer than Big Boy. The engine was numbered 6100, which is the number of the engine that Lionel produced. So kudos, Lionel, for the accurate depiction of this extraordinary engine. When the engine was built, it was built at a cost of roughly $670,000. Today, that inflates to roughly $11,355,000. Pretty expensive piece of machinery. And it was scrapped. The engine was built in 1939 and scrapped in 1949. So that's some brief history on the engine, but let's look at the model that's sitting next to me. Is it really longer than Big Boy? Let's find out. So we're looking at roughly about 35 inches or so on the S1. And looking at Big Boy, we are roughly, let's call it 33. So we are 2 inches longer on the S1, making it the longest engine on the layout and the longest engine and largest engine in my collection. Awesome. Just awesome. So as we were able to see, the engine itself is roughly 2 inches longer than Big Boy, but that's mainly due to this massive tender. If you look at the size of the tender, let's compare it to a scale diesel engine. Let's use this MTH Premier SD70. Here I am with Union Pacific in Pennsylvania. Sorry, folks, if you do not like opposing railroads. Look. You can see literally how large this tender is compared to a scale SD70, which is a huge diesel engine, by the way. It's no small engine. So this piece by itself is fascinating. Look at the coloring on that. Look at it's just absolutely amazing. All right, we're powered up. Let's turn this engine on and go through some of the features. The first thing I want to do is step through some of the different horns and whistles that Lionel put into this engine. You'll see some of the steam effects. This engine does not have whistle steam. So a lot of the engines that we look at with Legacy feature whistle steam, but it has a really cool feature, which is safety valve steam. So it does feature that, which is something we saw on the Vision Line Niagara a few years ago. So really exciting feature to see on this engine because it gets really smoky in here. Look at the smoke coming out of that thing. Woo! So let's listen to it. Powered on. This is a really loud engine, which I love. Listen to these horns. Look out. If you hear that coming, you're getting out of the way. Let's hear the next one. Bit of a lower tone. All quillable. Here's our safety valve steam. Next horn. Cool sound. Now let's go into some of the steam whistles. What a great sound. And it is loud. And the last one. Just very iconic sounds. The crew dialogue, you can switch between your typical tower comm.
Dispatcher, ready to roll. And a bolt, over. Sit tight for a minute. We've got some traffic to clear first. Out.
Well, I'm already sitting back, so I'm not going to sit back anymore. I think I'm just going to ignore Mr. Towercom guy. Plus, this is my track, and it's already clear. Let's go. Just huge. Enjoy. All right, so behind me I have both the S1 and Big Boy powered on. And I want to have what I call the whistle war. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. S1 or Big Boy? Which is your favorite? Let's start with the Big Boy's whistle, the king of the layout. When you hear that whistle, you just know, for the longest time, that was the biggest engine on the layout. But now, we have a new engine in town. What do you think? Let me know. Big Boy, S1, or what's your favorite engine? I'd love to know that too. All right. As always, a huge thank you to all of my subscribers and to everyone who's been supporting this channel. It's been so much fun running these trains, and I love being able to share these iconic pieces with you, especially pieces like the S1 tonight. My name is Chris, and this is RBP Trains. We'll see you next time.